Oh, yeah. How you super honestly great people. How is every? Well, there's no one in the room, so oops. I better. Okay. Survey time. Okay. Oops. No, I don't want that. Come on. Oh, let's see. See. Oops. Okay. Okay. There you are. There's my. Hey there. Oh, hey Dave. How's it going tonight, Jay? Yeah. I just. Oh, let's see. Well, maybe I should put it on the X or Twitter. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot to put it on Twitter. I mean, whatever you want to call it. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Oh, there. All right. I did that. Okay. Oh, hey, Octawave. Yeah. Sorry about that. I was doing my thing through the, you know. So, is there anything you want me to do? Just chilling and backpedaling. Oh, that's cool. Anybody want me to do anything tonight? Any particular thing? Um, unless you want me, let's see. Oh, I guess you want me grounded tonight, right? You want me grounded, or you want me to? Oh, okay. Well, there it is. I'll talk about the black pill. Yeah, I like black hash to be honest with you, but that's not legal, not yet anyway. Got some black hat. Nah, I wouldn't have some black hash. It'll knock my eyes out. I'm not going to do my YouTube video. Oh, I like that skull. Here we go. Time to fly around tonight. Oh, my tongue is dirty. I always have a dirty tongue. I got to wash that damn thing one of these days. Now I do brush my teeth all the time, but I don't know. Now I have to buy that Listerine tongue scraper crap. Maybe that'll work. Do I believe in the black pill? Uh, I I don't exactly know what that means. Yeah, I'm just not up to date in current words that people use. I mean, back in the old days, we used words like douchebag, meaning somebody was a dickhead. Let's see. Um, what's another one? Redneck was a tattletale. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, as far as looks are concerned, speaking for myself, I did look much better as a younger man, but as I got older, I'm getting more gray hair and more wrinkles, obviously. But what can I do? I need my partner here, so I can keep awake. I'll risk my looks to be alive. We'll put it that way. I'll risk my looks to be alive. Want to be alive. See, how was that song again? Born to be alive. Born to be alive. Yeah, that's right. I remember that song. One hit wonder disco song in the late 70s, anyway. Yeah, remember that? Yeah. All right. Let's see. So we got the vote, 2 males and 1 female. Okay, we got it. Okay, 2 males and 1 female. That's a start. That's probably, we know who that is, the Greece person. Probably came in and out tonight. Probably didn't feel like talking. I understand. You just gotta be careful with the revolution of the people of Greece. I don't know. If they put a female down and left, where the female is, because most females will come and stay for a while and leave because there's, there's usually when there's people here to be a female, because females most females like company. I mean, females. Oh, yeah, I caught you. Yeah, I caught you. Yeah, basically is for the ugly people. Yeah, basically is for ugly people. But sometimes the weirdest thing, okay, I see a video on YouTube that Lynette.
Hi everybody, this is the osteoclassified Tommy Onion.
Fucking bitch. She used to get dates all the time in high school. Good looking guys too. Imagine that ugly fucking bitch. Always got dates. Good looking guys. It was amazing. And she had a personality of yeah. Yeah, but sometimes it goes both ways. Sometimes ugly people get dates all the time. It's just weird. And I've seen a lot of weird stuff in my life. And I've seen good looking people never get dates. Of course, most good looking people have high standards. That's the way it is. Yeah, a lot of people on the social media, especially on the X or Twitter, yeah, they think they're gonna get some rich person by going on social media. I mean, get out of here. What ethnic group? I'm European, 100%. Another female, whoever you are, welcome. Unless if it's who I think it is, probably that sneaky guy, whoever he is. I don't know who he is. Maybe he's done sneaking. maybe he's a sneak. Maybe he's just sneaking around with his metal detector somewhere and getting rich. Knowing him, he probably would. Knowing him, he probably would. Excuse me. Excuse me, everybody. Oh, yes, you're an Aztec, and I'm half Norwegian and almost half French, and I guess a little over more Norwegian in a way, but I like the French culture better, but Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that's what they say, sometimes certain races, don't like each other all through history. Yeah, it's just the way it is. Yeah, I actually knew a lot of Native Americans that hated whites. That's for sure. They even talked to me, and they even told me to my face, "They just hate those white people, man." He says they just stab you in the back. As a lot of Native Americans used to tell me, and I knew a lot of white people stabbed me in the back. So, well, I guess every race stabs somebody in the back. Yeah, every race stabs somebody in the back. Yeah, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Yeah, oh, now it's kind of kicking in a little bit. Now it's kicking in a little bit. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to the weather getting warmer so I could do some town videos again. I was looking around. I was in the River Hills Mall and I was peeking around. Oh, little Will. Oh, there you go. Hello. Anyways, I was peeking around the Little Hills Mall, River Hills Mall, and the only thing they had was docks, and I just yeah, yeah, and I had some Sky gummies. Yeah, I got some Sky gummies, so that sounds like fun. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I just oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, I was at River Hills. I was just checking around, and all they had was just docks up there. Docks. They were saying certain amount of price. That'd make a boring YouTube video, so I passed on that. I mean, unless if I knew somebody that needed a dock or something, I guess. But yeah, those docks are like what, 8, 9 thousand bucks for a dock. Yeah, they're expensive. Yeah, and now when you go in the River Hills Mall, they had this big dome around. You could look up and see the sun. Hey, there's the fish man. Yeah, I knew a wrestler was it for World Class. He from Mexico. He called himself the fish man. Yeah, too bad the World Class made him lose most of the time. That was too bad. I always thought he was pretty cool, but yeah, you got to do as the promoter says and make money losing, even though you can win. Yeah. And just drinking water. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we got to recycle some stuff there. Some garbage. I mean, it's recyclable stuff. Yeah, just some old recyclable stuff, and oh, nothing important. Oh yes, yeah. I picked up these vacuum bags for 99 cents a piece at Menards. I bought two. Should have bought more, but sometimes when I'm in the store, I lose my brains. I have to get bottles of distilled water, for my stupid machine. So I should have bought more of those because usually they were over $5 for 99 cents. Good deal. I couldn't pass on that deal because when I travel, see, I put the big hose right in the plastic bag. See, instead of putting it in that little suitcase, and when you crunch it in, you'll wreck the hose. So I just put it in a bag and travel by car. Put a blanket over it so the sun don't beat on it or anything, and then I could turn on my air conditioner when I'm traveling, and I'm all set. It doesn't get as cold as the Buick Park Avenue, but it's cold enough. It's cold enough. I mean, no complaints. It's cold enough. I mean, you don't have to have the air conditioner down to the Arctic or anything like that, like the Park Avenue. Because the Park Avenue, when you have the air conditioning on cold, you could be 95 degrees outside, and you're driving in the vehicle. It's like about 45 degrees in the car. That's how cold the Park Avenue air conditioner got. Yeah, the Grand Marquis, and it's a good 60. That's good enough. You don't have to freeze your head off. Yep. That's once the weather gets kind of cold. Yeah, once the weather gets cold. Oh, warm. Warm. Weather gets warm. Once the weather gets warm instead of cold. Yeah. 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 My hose when I take it when I take it traveling, staying overnight at a relative's house. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. Take it traveling. Yeah, because you don't want to stuff all that in a little suitcase, because that'll just wreck the hose. They'll wreck the tall hose that's like over 6 feet tall. Why they give me a tall hose like that, I don't know, but I don't seal people in bags. No. No, that's sealing people in bags. That's against the law. No, seriously, yeah, I do need that though. That's a setback for the young ladies, of course, but what can I do? You know, yeah, a lot of those older ladies, a lot of them lost their looks and a lot of them lost their brains, you know. Yeah, but what can you do? Yeah, yeah, a lot of those older ladies, and as I see it, for me, speaking for myself, I mean, they're different. They're different than me. I'll put it that way. And they're different that way. And let's just say a certain lady had what 8 kids, and say like 5 big sons or something. We get in an argument, her sons are going to stick up for the mother. So no thanks. I don't want to get involved in that. Not me. I knew I knew I knew a couple of guys that got involved in that, and oh boy, I'll tell you. Oh man. Oh, yeah. Just excuse me. Yeah, just everything's the same. Yes, I did talk to Mike. Yeah, he said hi and stuff. Yeah, pretty freaky between the sheets. Yeah, I'm sure some of them are. I never really had a real old lady in my life. Let's say I had a lady, I think one time 6 years older than me. She claimed she was about 6 months older, which was BS. you know, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, I've had many women. Yeah, I believe you. I have had few in my life, but oh well. What can you do? What can you do? You just can't date for the sake of it. You got to get to know the ladies, of course. Get to know them real well, and then have the same interest in many things. You know, like traveling, for instance. If I was traveling with a lady, I prefer to travel by car, if possible. Travel by car. Like I like to go to the museums. Oh, any crazy lady stories? Oh, I suppose I do. Oh, let's see. Yeah, okay. There is one ex I had, Patty Jones. Always talked about her exes all the time. Ex-husband this, ex-husband that. Especially some guy named Steve. Bragged how great he was constantly, and you couldn't please her no matter what. So then one day I just couldn't stand it, and I said goodbye. Yeah, she's a crazy one, all right. Yeah, she's a crazy one. Then she married some guy about 30, 40 years older. Oh, for the youngest for me? Oh, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, about 11 years, 8 months younger for me than me. Yeah. 11 years, eight months younger. And another ex, I think, was 11 years. Um, I think 4 or 5 months younger. Yeah. Yeah. No, the younger ones are better. I mean, more exciting. Yeah. 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 It's just, it's the right ones are just hard to get. They're hard to get. Yeah. I tried the dating sites and newspapers, and 11 years, my magic number. Maybe it is. Let's see. I'm 59. That'd be 48 years old. Maybe so. Maybe so. Yeah. Maybe so. Just got to take my time and make sure it's the right one. That's all you can do. Yeah, well, make sure they're adult ages and stuff like that. That's for sure. Make sure they're adults. What anything in the lotto? I think the most for Powerball was $20 on a ticket. And the most for scratch off, I think, was $5 when I found it on the ground in Wadena, Minnesota, when I was walking around. Some people were playing softball, and I found a ticket. I scratched it. Oh, I won $5, and I cashed it in. It was good. It was weird. Oh yeah, and yeah, these 3 chillin' tickets. I put it on the machine, so I'll have to save these. And if I win, if I'm one of the winners, I'll get $150 plus a T-shirt, a blanket, and a mug, a campfire mug. So in case I'm sitting over a campfire drinking whatever. Big money, no whammies. Oh yeah, you must have watched that show. What, Press Your Luck? You remember that show? That was fun. And some guy opened his big mouth. He knew all the patterns of those things, and one day he opened his big mouth, and there it went. Oh wow, Canada banned Pornhub? Oh, that's not right. That's not right, banning Pornhub. I don't know. It just, I mean, that's not the worst place I've ever like been in. I mean, yeah, yeah. Some people in Canada say that, yeah. Some I've heard. But didn't the legislatures had to pass it first, like in the Canadian Parliament? Someone's got to ban this porn. Hub. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, bad, bad. Let's ban it. Let's ban it right now. Let's ban the damn thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. This is Yeah, that's the thing though, is there's country like Russia and China and stuff. Like China, I was talking to a friend when she was in Hong Kong, ex-friend from Facebook. She told me my videos were all mute. They muted all my videos in China. That's what they did. They muted all my videos in China. I'm sure Russia probably knocked down all our American YouTube videos, I'm sure. Because they want to talk with us Americans. Us Americans are bad. That's what a lot of countries say. So they shut down our social media stuff. Yeah. Yeah, if they don't like, people don't like the social media stuff, just ignore it. That's about the best thing to do. I mean, a lot of times, I don't even go on the X hardly anymore, because sometimes I'll pop on the X every once in a while, and all you get is just a bunch of goofy stuff, bunch of goofy sayings, bunch of fights. Then they'll put up the same videos about 4 or 5 times in a row, or the same old fights, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, can't you ever put something in new? Yeah, it's same old, same old, same old, same old. I tried that Facebook. There's six people here tonight. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay, there's 7 votes. Okay, so that's 5 male and 2 females tonight. And Pisananis is one of them. So, okay. So that's, yeah. Yeah, oh, man. We got 7 now. Geez, boy, it's getting to be a party. Party hardy tonight, huh? Got 7 people here. Well, holy smokes. Oh, and I don't have the smokes to pass around even. Yeah. Yeah, that's just great having all these people here. It's just, yeah. Yeah, it's just so great. Yeah, thank you all very much. Yeah, thank you very much. The winner gets all my recycling stuff. No. Hey, there's Ivor. All right. Yeah. So did they get John's garage going in Wadena? I wonder. Because they were going to turn the. You said they were going to turn the supermarket, the old Larry's or Super One. They were going to turn to a auto garage. Yeah, John should have enough money with all that freeway money that came in. Yeah, yeah. All that freeway money coming in. Imagine that. And just think that what was it? That West Side Sports. My father once was an idiot. He bought that place. You know, when they had the oil tank, the gas tanks in, and he paid 25,000 for it. Then he had one guy renting. Then the guy renting, he says, "Okay, I'll pay half for rent." Then after a while, he didn't pay anything for 3 months until when the new owners came in, they kicked him out. After my dad sold it to the guys at Westside, then they kicked him out. Yeah, my dad was a weak man. He was a weak man. Try to be friends with everybody. No, Ivor's a real great guy. No, I met him in person in Walmart. A vacuum cleaner? Oh, I can't. See, I could. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people took advantage of my father. Yeah, 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 I tell you. Okay, let's see. Let's see who's in the chat tonight. My mother? Oh, hell no. Hell no. My mother was kind. Oops. My mother was kind to my father. Yeah, mother was kind to my father. Oh, let's see. All right. Got a lot of people here. Wow. Oh, there you go. Nope. My mother never took advantage of my father. Nope. No, if anything, my father was too nice of a guy, except for our family. He'd always have my mother in the kitchen half the day making him meals from scratch. That's a boring life, making meals from scratch, spending half the day in the kitchen. Some people can do that, you know, some people, but I can't. Yep, the West Side building was a gas station. Yeah. Yeah, Big B. He was happy helping others until he was losing money. Then he'd start complaining constantly. My father was a constant complainer. Complain. There's that one video I have a while back. It's in that vintage videos and others I'm not in my playlist. That one about Monaga and my dad changing oil on his vehicle. Yeah, he was very crabby. Well, he had a car to use though. You know. Yeah, Yeah, I know. They took advantage of him. You know. I mean, he sold it to West Side for the same price, 25,000. After the tanks were out, so my uncle died. The business was gone after that. You know. Yeah, yeah. The state never I think the state partially reimbursed him for gas tanks. I think they reimbursed him like what, $12,000 or something like that. Yeah, he got the rind of the deal. You know. He thought he was going to get rich on the gas station. I got him. Lester Harstead told him, which all of us know is stupid. But Lester told him, the freeway is going to go through, and everybody told him, and I especially told him. I said, Dad, use your mind. I said, they're not going to tear down the motel. They're not going to tear down the ball field, and they're not going to tear down the county fair. I said, they won't do that, especially the county fair. Everybody in Wadena get real mad. I mean, that's common sense, really. But my father wouldn't bought the thing anyway. It was just weird. He listened to Lester Harstead. Everybody else said no, and Lester told him he should buy it. He listened to him. Yeah, he was in some ways. Oh, wow. They tore down Stoneman's gas station? They tore that down, really? Oh, wow. That's too bad somebody didn't film that for YouTube. That'd get a lot of views. Yeah, if somebody hopefully put the video up and put it up on YouTube, I'll watch it get torn down. Yeah. I like watching buildings get torn down. Oh, no, I'll stick with the females. No, I'll stick with the females. Of course I will. Yeah. Yeah, my dad wasn't a bad person, but people took advantage of him for his money. They took advantage of him. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of a Minnesota Hall of Fame baseball player named Bernie Anderson. He took advantage of my dad. My dad paid everything for him, his beer and his meals, because Bernie would always talk baseball to him all the time. And every time I went to the bar and saw my dad and Bernie, I talked to Bernie. Nobody else would talk to Bernie. I just thought to myself, you know something? I don't know. I was getting not to like the guy. I mean, he didn't seem likable to me. My dad thought he was my dad thought he was Joe Mauer, the Twins or something. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, it's just I lived in strange situations in life. Yeah, picking up my father sober all the time. That was a chore. Go to a bar for 5 hours sober, listen to drunks. Oh God, made me sober. That was the only good thing about it. Listening to the drunks for 5 hours while sober many times made me sober. That made me actually sober. Yeah, I don't even go to bars anymore. I don't go to beer gardens. Not me. They could, that's not for me. Nope. Because every time I used to, I know I've said that in about 1,000 videos, but I used to go to the bars and all that stuff. There'd be fights. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't want to drink in public. No. No, don't. Yeah, don't drink alcohol in public. No. I guess in the real small towns with about, say, well, let's assume that there's a town of about 6 people. Okay. And the law is going to be far away. Yeah, you could drink and walk around. No one's going to say anything in a town of 6 people. Oh, wow. Yeah, you don't want to do that, especially nowadays. Yeah, I don't either anymore. No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because in the state of Minnesota, if you they get caught for drunk driving and stuff, oh yeah, those fines are like, $3,000 or more. Then it goes up to 5,000 the second time. Third time, your license is permanently gone. Yeah, yeah. I like driving so much. I'd rather drive sober anyway. Oh, lots of times, yes. Barfing, holding the ice pack over my head. That particular ice pack I have. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this was a 50-year-old ice pack that I used to put over my head when I was drunk. This is probably older than me, and I was like this. Oh, thing never leaks. Over 50 years old. Try to buy a nice pack now, brand new, and see if it'll last 2 years. I'm going to doubt that very much. So I once bought an ice pack from Walmart. It lasted 6 months. I had to throw it in the garbage can. Yeah. Yeah, they don't make stuff like they used to. Yep, they don't make stuff like they used to. Yeah. Yeah, I just like I say, if you have a chance, you know, you see any kind of old furniture, I'd rather buy that because it'll last longer. Yeah, it'll last longer. Now, a lot of the furniture in the thrift shops are kind of yucky and junky and stuff. I mean, I was almost going to buy one time a drawer from the Salvation Army for $100. I thought, wow, this is a deal. I think I'm going to take it. It just looked real cool until I saw on the top of the drawer it was kind of shaved, kind of right by the top drawer thing when you pull. I thought, no. I thought, forget that. Otherwise, it was a nice drawer. Nice. But that top thing had that thing, and but then they sold it. Somebody bought it. Oh yeah, you'll be surprised the junk people buy in thrift shops. Yeah, some of that stuff that won't anybody would come on tonight could see that it's junk. You know, they think it's good. I'll buy it. Weird. No, I've been aware of somebody in the wild scene with the same name. No, I just came up with the name. No, actually, I came up with it. I put all small letters, Randy the Wild Horse, and then I spread it out in capital letters. Okay, my first picture I put up was a zebra, an actual zebra, and then after a while, I put my own face on it. Took me over a year before I actually put myself on camera, because for a year and a half, I used to be very shy putting my face on camera, and I decided I'll give it a try. And my first one I did, the time, yeah, yeah, zebra. Anyway, yeah, okay. Then I put up the, yeah. There was that time I was in Grand Isle State Park with my friend Brian Howell. Yeah, we were going around by the dock in Grand Isle State Park, and Grand Isle was very well. It was kind of nice, but when they had that oil spill out by the Gulf of Mexico years ago, it just spilled like crazy all over the place. All because that asshole Tony from BP wouldn't put a safety device on there because he decided it wasn't necessary. And after all those leaks, that fucker got a $10 million buyout. He got fired and he got $10 million. Yeah, imagine that. Old Tony, what's his face? I think he lives in England or something. I don't know. He lives in someplace in England or Canada. I don't know. He didn't live in the United States. I know that. Oh yeah, well, yeah, well, zebras kind of have a high IQ in some ways, except they get eaten by animals though. Oh, you should. There's just one on YouTube I seen. There's this one with many millions of views. It shows a pregnant zebra getting eaten by hyenas, and the hyenas pulled the baby zebra out of its mom and ate that too. It was like 15 hyenas or something like that, all on that zebra. And the pregnant mother looks like, oh, wow. It was just weird. Bunch of hyenas just tore her apart. Yeah, very vicious video. Yeah, those zebras, man. I mean, if a zebra lives to be 25 years old, which is about the average age if they survive, that's a miracle. Yeah, it's a miracle because a lot of them, they get eaten in the river by the crocodiles. They get eaten by lions, hyenas. Sometimes they'll like die of old age. The wild dogs will get to it. The vultures, the jackals, once they're dead, of course. Yeah. Well, one thing about zebra is they get the best grass because if they go by, the wildebeest will run away because the wildebeest won't fight a zebra because the zebra is a kicking animal and the wildebeest charges with their horns. Zebras had guns. Yeah, their front paws. Yeah, the front hooves. Yeah, they have to have a hoof gun or something. Yeah, well, but we do need the predator animals though, because without the predator animals, the zebras would eat all the grass and they'd all die off. So we need predator animals, like it or not. Which I think predator animals are actually great. Of course, I've seen some idiots in videos. No, I'm flying right now. I'm flying. You think I'm on the ground right now? Oh, no way. I'm flying high. I fly high, fly high. I fly, yes I do. I love to fly in the sky. Ever been a predator animal? Have you ever thought of myself as a predator animal? That's a good question. Let's see. What do I think of myself as a predator animal? Oh, let's see. God, I never really give it any thought. I think if I had a choice of a predator animal, I'd like to be a bear. Yeah, I think I'd like to be a bear. That'd be fun. Yeah, bears. One bear will chase about a herd of buffalo away. It looks funny. There's all big herds of like hundreds of buffaloes. One bear would chase it. They all run away. Yeah, that's how scared the buffalo are of the bear. Oh, dreams. Oh, I've not many dreams. You don't dream as much when you're old. When you're young, you have lots of dreams. When you don't have a license, you dream of having a license. Dream of beautiful women when you didn't get any, like me. Yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Elliot Roger. We have some interesting names. I got. Yeah, that's the trouble with me. I'm just so brain dead. Yeah, I don't know. But lately on YouTube videos, I've been watching animal shows. I watched Charlie Bull 313. Yeah, in his one video, he was going through Wall Street actually for a change. Yeah, Charlie Bull was going through Wall Street. That's pretty funny. Because a lot of times, a lot of people bitch in the comments he should go to the high class neighborhoods, and Charlie say, "Hey man, I make more money going in the bad ones." Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of ugly guys that dated women over the years. Okay, I'll answer your question there. Look at Woody Allen. Look at Charlie Chaplin. That's another one. That's two I can think of. Um, oh wow! Look at Herb, that little tattoo from Fantasy Island. Look at him. Oh boy. Yeah, and there's a lot of ugly ladies that were famous. They dated some good looking guys themselves. Yeah, the other side of the coin. Yeah, the other side of the coin. Yeah, there's this actress named Mae Murray. She was like, I said, 18 years older than Prince Mavid, this one guy in the early 1900s. As soon as Mae Murray ran out of money, he ran out on her and the kid, and he gave her nothing. Yeah, yeah, what a scumbag that Midvid was. He called himself a prince or something. Yeah, then he married some lady that was her father owned the Sinclair Oil Company, so I guess he had to be a little more careful. But you got a lot of luxuries when a lady's father's from Sinclair Oil. Yeah, I've read a lot about that celebrities' history, some of those ugly ones and some of the weird, goofy ones. Yeah, there was plenty of abortions in those days too. Plenty of child actresses got fondled by those creeps. Shirley Temple said she did. As a child, I believe it. I believe it. Real weird people. Yep, a lot of weird people in those days. Yeah, lots of weirdos. Yeah, yeah, I tell you. I just, wow, I'm really, listen, now my brain is really getting kicking now. Beep, 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 beep. Boop, 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 boop. My brains are getting to kick in. Yeah. Well, I just can't wait till this year though, so I can do some driving. Eh. I was thinking of going to that one town in North Dakota. The original owner of my car. He's on Find a Grave, by the way. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Vernon McQuanbach from Meeville, North Dakota. I was thinking of going to. I was thinking of going to Meeville, North Dakota, sometime in the future. Yeah, Meeville's about, I don't know, 75 miles, I think, northwest of Fargo. Yeah, it's like northwest of Fargo. It's kind of a long haul. 100 people. Oh, I mean, I've seen worse stuff than my car in a parade out in Meeville, North Dakota. Yeah, I should send them an email and have some fun with it. I bet they won't answer me. I was thinking about it. It'd be fun. Yeah, just been thinking about it out in Meeville. Yeah, where that guy bought the car. He's in Find a Grave right now. He's buried in the cemetery out by Meeville, North Dakota. The first owner of my Grand Marquis. Yeah, yep. And after he owned it, it was only driven. Yoker? I'm tripping. I'm tripping. No, no, you don't want to call him. You don't want to call him that. There, Pisonitis. You better take that back. Hey, you don't want to call him that. You better take it back because that he. Yeah, that's better, Dave. Yeah, that's better. I've seen what Yoker can do. I've seen what he can do. He can do plenty. I just I'm just a small-time YouTube channel. A basic idiot. That's what I am. But oh well, who cares? Who cares? Yeah, I should have got a lot of money when Quack Doctor made me high in Thorazine, but what can I do? Wish I could sue, but I can't. Made me high. I got videos to prove that. But nothing I can do. Oh well. Oh well. Most people don't get money for anything. Most people get screwed, but that's the way it is. Yeah. I don't know if he's in the room or not. I gotta go check. Let's see, is he in the room? Let's see, I can check. Yeah, oh, he's still in the room somewhere. Unless if unless if he left and then the light didn't disappear. I don't know. I'm just not sure. Just not sure. Because this YouTube thing is just so out of whack. Very, very out of whack. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, those that aren't familiar with Yoker, when Yoker has a chat room going, he can get between, I'd say, 80, and on a bad day it's 80, and a good day it's 130. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true there, Yoker. Oh yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Bob. Yeah. No, I haven't found anything good in the thrift shops lately. No. Yeah, the music hasn't been my taste. um, it's just, and as far as clothes are concerned, I got plenty of clothes for now. You know, I got more than enough pants and shirts and, of course, socks and underwear. You got to go to the stores and buy those. There's some idiots that'll probably buy used underwear in a thrift shop and socks, but I'm not one of them. There's idiots out there. You'd be surprised what people buy at thrift shops. I mean, I've seen, let's see. Okay, I've seen those vintage storage lockers. They charge $75. You should see some of it. It's just all yucky inside. I wouldn't give them. I wouldn't take it if they paid me money. That's how disgusting it looks, but people actually pay that. Yeah, people will actually pay that. just weird how things work sometimes. So weird. Of course, that lamp there, that still works. I was in the Salvation Army for, I don't know, 3-4 months. I paid, I think, $11-12 for it. I like that lamp. That was back in the 60s. I bought it. It works all the time. Looks a lot better than this modern thing. Yeah. Modern thing works great, but I like the style of that lamp much better. I like buying old vintage stuff. May look junky, but who cares? I want stuff that lasts. Yeah, if you ever see school desk in a thrift shop, buy them. Seriously. You ever see school desk or school chairs in a thrift shop? I'd buy them. I would. They'll last forever. Yeah, for example, a chair like this, I paid $5 for it. I saw a kid in Madison once down these The black and white Superman was killed by the mob? Yeah. And then they brought him back to life. That's the way TV and movies are, Bob. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. Well, anyways, about this chair. Yeah, I knew a kid from Madison. He took this chair like this. He threw it down the stairs. And the stairs were like straight ahead, very steep steps, mind you. And that chair did not break. A chair similar to this did not break. Street ladies, no thanks. Don't want to risk getting diseases. Nope. You risk getting diseases. Yeah. Yeah, I just yeah. No, let's see. Oh yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it was violent back in the old days when I was a kid. And they were drugging me up, but like I say, I've talked to doctors, I've talked to lawyers, trying to hopefully get a court case going. I've talked to YouTube, I talked as a guest on YouTube, but nothing's going to happen. I'm a small time pile of garbage, but oh well, that's the way it goes. Hey, that's the way it goes. What can I do? Nothing. Can't do nothing. Oh, I suppose, break laws and go to prison? No way. Innocent people are all my friends. The innocent, nice people are all my friends. The thieves, all the criminals, they're the enemies. They're the enemies that should be taken care of by the innocent, good people. I used to know too many criminals. Hey, Mr. Quadrillion, welcome. Yep, I used to know too many criminals in my lifetime. Yeah, I've known some of those too, Dave. I've known a couple of real weird people. Yeah, like just real weird people. Yeah, I just that's the thing though, is if any of you out there ever have young kids and teenagers, especially your daughters, because sons can protect themselves usually better than daughters. Not to sound like a sexist or anything, but okay. The thing is ladies and girls when they're young, they're like very vulnerable and they need protection. We all should protect them. You know, is the young girls, should have fun, like going dancing, playing sports, doing their homework, and all that good stuff. That's what they should do. I don't know anybody. It's just the sexless. I'm just saying is we got to watch out for the young people because the young people need us. I've seen too much child abuse of kids. I've seen way too much of it. Way too much. I once knew a guy named Weasel. One time I got high with him out in Lowry Avenue, Minneapolis. He was like a real nice guy, real cool guy. I thought to myself, he's like a brother to me. I heard later on, it was in a city park. I don't know if he owed someone money or they owed him money. He got so mad, he took a knife and he put the other guy to sleep forever. He had to go to prison for it. And I never thought of him in a lifetime Weasel would ever do that. But he did. I just almost fell over. He was like a real nice guy. He was nicer than any of those jerks I used to know in Monaga and stuff like that, and a couple of jerks in Cyrus and all that. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Game over. Yeah, I do too. We gotta protect the teenagers and children. That's the most important thing. I know I know teenagers and stuff like that. A lot of them, they think they know better than their parents. Oh, I'm going to do this anyway. Oh, you're so old fashioned. Blah 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 blah. Oh, don't act so. And a lot of the parents out there are like innocent to their kids. Nowadays, kids have wised up to that, so they can't really do that anymore. But oh, my daddy always used to say, "Oh, when I was a kid, I never got in trouble. I obeyed my teachers and parents every word." Yeah, shut up. My father was a heavy drinker as a teenager and a smoker too, and he can't lie to me on that one. But oh well. Oh well. You can read between the lines of certain people after a while. You can read between the lines and understand them. Yeah. But as far as drinking's concerned, not for me. They can have it. Hopefully, parents out there, please keep your teenagers out of those parties where there's drinking and drug use. Keep them out of there. Always do stuff with your kids if hopefully you can afford it. You know, if parents have plenty of money, think of your kids first all the time. Always think of them. Yeah, yeah. I told you about Mr. Anderson, the quiet room teacher. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, people used to call me kind of boring too. Yeah, I was going to tell you about Doug Anderson, quiet room teacher. He twisted my arms. He sat me on his lap. I was turned around with my arms twisted. He sat me on his lap, his knee grounded. My pants were on, but he grounded my soft area, the softest area, like of the human body, basically. That hurt bad. An area that's like softer than the nose. He did it really hard too. I told people this, they don't do nothing. What can I do? I want to get some information somehow. I hope he's dead. Because I'll celebrate if he dies. I bet, yep. I just hope he's dead. Yeah, yeah, he did that sometimes. And I told you about Adney Allen from Fargo, North Dakota, right? He was there. Adney Allen was there, my ex-friend from Madison. He was there. He saw that. He was one of the kids laughing. He was laughing. He thought it was funny. A guy named Guy Norton on the bus said to me, yeah, Mr. Anderson, he said Randy on his left, his arms twisted. God. Still never forget that. Like I say, nobody did nothing, but what can I do? I'm just nice to nice people. I live the honest life. That's what I do. I've seen too many of those kids from Madison. They went to the dishonest life, beat up people, stole from the old people, went to prison. I knew a kid, these twin brothers, the Stafford brothers. It's funny as heck, especially Richard. He used to brag to me he'd watched a show called BJ and the Bear. It's this monkey that was like his buddy, and they drive around the country. Of course, anytime BJ got into fights, BJ was always kicking everybody's ass. Yeah, one of those kind of phony shows. Well, anyway, yeah. Richard and Robert one day stole a truck, and this is what I heard. They ran into a diner in Wisconsin. Yeah, they ran the semi right into a diner. In 2 cop cars, too. 2 cop cars and a diner. That's what I heard. And Richard and Robert, they would do that too. I know they would. But they don't do that anymore, no. Yep. 2 cop cars and a diner in Wisconsin. That's what I heard your sister tell me. Yeah. It was a truck. It was a semi truck because Richard Stafford always watched BJ and the Bear. And remember, BJ would take his semi truck. He'd always run over cop cars. And of course, they had that Claude Atkins and That guy was it Sheriff Lobo and Deputy Perkins. Actually, I liked that show when it was a spinoff. I liked that show. I like Claude Atkins. You know, Atkins was an outstanding actor. You know, so I watched that. It was only on for 2 years. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Bob. Thank you very much. Yeah, things get weird in my life, Bob. It just gets weird. Yeah, we protect good people, Bob. It's the way it is. We always protect good people. Too many bad people get away with murder out there, especially in the United States. There's too much of that. You got to toughen up on the sentencing, because I know from experience knowing criminals, and criminals know all about laws. They know more about laws than an average lawyer, and that's no lie. See, there's a real great book up there. If you ever pick it up cheap in a thrift shop, Manson in His Own Words by Noel Evans. I lost my book in Wadena, so I got to try to find it again. That's a good question. That's a good question, because sometimes when I used to go to bars, the worst people were always trying to be my friends. I got tired of it. So I quit going to bars. I just go around in the morning and meet people, and people in the morning are much saner, much better. No, Charles Manson has a lot more strange life than I have. Boy, Manson was strange. Yeah, his father. His name is Colonel Scott. That was his real father. He went. I don't know. Him and his mother went drinking or something. They had sex, and then as soon as the belly rose, Colonel Scott left, and she sued him for divorce and got him some money. But he was almost always broke because he always got drunk, and then his mother would give him away to orphanages and all that stuff. And yeah, and then after a while, he was stealing stuff, and he was trying to be a pimp. He was a total failure. And he read some. It's a bizarre book. Is there things I agreed with Manson on? I'm gonna put it this way. I wouldn't want to know the guy. I wouldn't even want to know him, because he's an evil man. He's very evil. He manipulated people to kill people. That's if you ever watch old videos, I think that one of Charles Manson in '73. Oh, you should see what Steve Grogan did to little girls. That weird fuck. Yeah, Grogan. He was influenced by Manson. Yeah, read that book, man. It'll blow your mind. He was a very evil man. I'd stay away from him. Yeah, he's dead now, so oh well. A couple of his family members fought over his ashes. I guess his one son got his ashes. The other son, the one that he got with Mary Brunner, he wants nothing to do with him. That was one of his four sons. He wanted nothing to do with him. Yeah, I know, Reba. I I know. And you bad people out there, leave. Seriously. Yeah, that's what I say. I'm just trying to give parents advice, Reba, that they should keep an eye on their kids. Family, always family first. When you make a promise to your son or daughter, always keep that promise. Because if that promise isn't kept, they're going to find other ways to have fun. And who knows what they'll do. That's the trouble with young kids and teenagers, especially teenagers. Yeah, it is. You always do with your kids. Always do. My father probably kept his promises probably about 10 to 20%. After a while, I basically laughed at him. You know, what could I do? I mean, he used to put me down all the time. And after a while, I just said to him, hey, you know something, Dad? You're right. Because I picked that up from Gilligan's Island when Bob Denver was agreeing with everybody all the time. And the skipper said, hey, Gilligan, not everybody can be right. And Gilligan says, you know what, Skipper? You're right, too. And then Skipper gets mad. Yeah. Yeah, that Bob Denver, he acted like a pretty funny idiot. And those two girls, Ginger and Marianne, always liked him, but he was always shy. He wouldn't date him. I mean, oh, Bob, you're sure missing out in life, buddy. I pulled a Gilligan on. What did I pull a Gilligan on? Who's that? I don't know, whatever stuff you're using, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I read about Ed Gein. Oh, God. Yeah. He lived like way out in the farm. He was like by himself, and sometimes he got people sometimes like when they're alone on a picnic. He was just oh, God. Yeah, he was like a loner, and he snuck up on people. If he sees they're vulnerable, he took them. He took the most vulnerable. He could find them. He was a sick man. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah, Ed Gein, he's scary. That's one of the few good things about social media is yeah, he was a sick man, Dave, doing the lampshades. Yeah, that's sick. Anybody use humans out of lampshades? Yeah, yeah. There's people that actually do that. You know, they'll. Oh God, I read in the detective magazine once. This one lady killed this, I think, ex-boyfriend or something, and she like ground him up and used it for vegetable fertilizer. And she was bragging to the cops, "Oh, boy, my vegetables really grew after I spread the stuff around." I thought, "Yeah, are you sick?" Yeah, that lady. She's like a big lady, and no, I know. Wait a minute. She got one guy to kill the other one because he loved her. Yeah, she didn't do it herself. She manipulated one of the ex-boyfriends to kill the other one. They got into a fight, and one guy was tougher and won. Yeah, that's it. Now I remember. Yeah, she was a real ugly fat woman. I know I shouldn't put down women like that. Sorry, Reba. But this particular woman was like a big, tubby, and ugly lady. This guy was like an old, wrinkled guy, and I thought he looked kind of too good for her. And then some other guy, I don't think they never showed his face or anything. And I wish I remember the names, but that was just a weird story. Oh, wow. And she got two guys fighting each other in the, yeah, oh, it's just weird. Yeah, you read a lot of weird stuff on people. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, Gein did. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just, yeah. I know that the death penalty opponents aren't going to like this, but I 100% support death penalty for the worst criminals. I do. If it's, as long as it's a thorough investigation, which, you know, it is in the United States. I'm not going to exactly ask Bob that question because Bob's a different kind of guy, you know. Bob is a different kind of guy, so I can't really ask him that question. I don't want to really hurt his feelings or anything. He's a different kind of guy, you know. He's a different kind of guy. I can't ask questions like that. And some people where I used to come from, if I would ask questions like that, I'd be like, black eyes, broken nose, knocked out teeth. That's some people I used to know. Yeah. Yeah, it's just Reba, what I was explaining, that in certain things with Bob, he's a very sensitive guy, I'll put it that way. So, you know, to a guy like me, I can take almost anything, you know. I've seen so much. I've seen so much. I've been lied to so many times. I've been ripped off of money, cigarettes, gasoline, and every which way. A couple of those people, they ripped too many people off. Well, they got sent to the hospital, all crippled up probably for life. Well, stop doing dishonest things then, you know. Just like Adney Allen, my ex-friend who died, the one that looked in the smartphone, that goofball from Fargo, North Dakota. Google Adney Charles Allen. That was my ex-friend from Madison when we were kids. He's a mean kid. Weird, too. I felt sorry for children that ever met him. He's no more, buried. And he's on, oh, get this, he's on Find a Grave, too, by the way. He's actually on Find a Grave. And a person can make comments, too, if they want. Bad ones. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was the one from Massachusetts. Yeah, that was a different one, but yeah. I read about that lady too, and I think that house is still up, believe it or not. And it's people still live there. That's what's weird. Because a lot of times after real bad things that happen, lately they just tear down people's houses right away. They'll just tear it down. You know? Yeah, they do these days. Look at, you know, it's the way people are. You know, it's a different world. You know, have I seen ghosts? No, I haven't seen ghosts, but I've seen plenty of criminal types. Should have served in prison until they rot. I've seen those kind of people, but you know, they walk the streets at times. Sometimes judges give easy sentences. Well, what can I do? Nothing. Just keep my back watched. I watch my back. That's what I do. I watch my back. Watch what I say and watch what I do. Yeah, one time at Hy-Vee store, this was weird. Okay, this one lady is kind of asking questions about this little race car. Okay, similar to the, I mean, the Hy-Vee race cars are not nearly as good as this one. This one was built in 1971. This was my fastest little race car. Sometime on YouTube channel, I'm gonna race this car around, just push it. I'll show you how fast it is. Anyway, yeah, the Hy-Vee race cars, yeah, they, okay, she was asking certain things. I said, well, I don't know why they leave the race cars outside in the sun, because the sun, when it beats the race, they deteriorate. Yeah. Anyway, and this other lady comes up to me and says, you know, you don't know Jack. What'd you say, lady? What'd you say? She didn't say nothing, but no, she's fishing to get me arrested. She's trying to fish to get me arrested. I don't play that game. So I just looked at her, shook my head, walked away. That's all I did. Yeah, the little car thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find a mall somewhere and they'll push the race car around. Yeah, this is the fastest little race car I ever had. Yeah, so that's why I bought it on eBay from some guy for over $10. You know, here since I got lights. See the wheels? Look at the wheels. You see how nice the wheels are? No bumps. Selling race cars like these on eBay, a lot of times they have bumps on the wheels. You know, But yeah, quality construction too. Yeah. But when they buy little, I'll give you advice. If you ever go into the thrift shop in person, looking at it is much better if you can. See, that's why I had to buy this on eBay. You can't find these in the thrift shops. You can't find them. It's a Leslie England car. Yeah. Yeah, they had Hot Wheels cars actually look cooler. They're worth more money actually because Hot Wheels cars, they had sponsorships with race teams and stuff like that. Matchbox, didn't. So yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, and also with my oh yeah, General Mills, they were having little race cars inside the cereal boxes, and I actually got the special Richard Petty car out of there. That they put in like very few cereal boxes. I actually got one. The rest of them were kind of imitation stuff. Certain cars Richard never rode in, and they look cool. I mean, they're not as good built as this car, no, but they look cool enough. I have them as collector's cars. Cool enough for me. I don't care if they're not worth anything. Because when I was a kid, where he came from, Richard Petty was cool. Yeah, you ever watch early 70s stock car races? I think between like in the 60s and early 70s, they actually have those on now. You can watch Petty and Allison and Yarborough. They just lap cars like 4 or 5 times. It's just funny, man. And some of those cars that get lapped, they're pretty cool looking, actually. Sometimes I felt bad for some of those drivers. I thought, I wish that car was faster. They just lap and pass them and pass them and pass them. Yeah, well, nowadays, all the cars have about the same miles an hour because, restricted plates and stuff like that. You have to like totally restricted plates now. But back then, with no restrictions, some cars just got blown away. It was just funny. Yeah, it was just funny. Yeah, speaking of that, yeah, I should start keeping an eye, see if Brian Warhol will be in any car shows because I want to pay admission and talk to him. Hopefully, I can get him on my YouTube video. I'll probably have to pay admission going and see him, but I'll do that. He's worth admission to me. He's worth admission. That's for sure. I will, yeah, definitely. I will definitely. Yeah. Oh yeah, his mom was like a real cool Sunday school teacher, Stella. One time Maddie was like bothering me in class, kept bugging me, and I'm just like this, and Stella says, Eddie, why don't you just behave yourself? She says, if you don't want to have to sit in the class, you can go sit in the hallway and stuff. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, and I said, she says, Randy, tell the class why you're quiet in class. Tell Andy and tell the class. I thought, oh no, I'm gonna get whipped. I better tell the truth. Well, Stella, you'll tell my mom, and then mom will tell my dad, and he'd take this very belt I'm wearing and spank me. And he spanked me with this belt before too. Yeah, you'll tell my dad. And then she told Andy, that's right. Randy gets good discipline at his home. I hear it through the open window often. And Randy behaves himself. You should get some of that discipline from your father. And if it was my husband and you acted like that, he'd whip you like that. Yes, but my children never get whipped. They didn't. Yeah, she didn't have to whip them. Because the Warhol kids thought their parents were like real cool, and they were. All the kids actually liked their parents and them because they were different. Yeah. I mean, Brian Warhol, when he was 16 years old, he built a 396 4-barrel V8 high-performance engine, put in that 67 Chevelle. That thing could cook. That thing could cook. See, in the General Motors, even from way back in the divisions, Chevrolet always wants the fastest. It's just weird. They had these weird rules. And I think it was for Ford, generally, Ford's the fastest. And it's like Mercury. And of course, Lincoln's a luxury car. So, and the rich people, if they think that going 0 to 60 in 10 seconds is flying, and good for them. Plus, they can run people over with the big Lincoln. So, yeah. I did ride an old 70s Cadillac before. Boy, was that comfortable. That was like you're in a yacht. I rode a Cadillac when I was a kid a couple of times. Boy, that was fun. I never owned a Lincoln, though. That'd be a dream. Riding an old Lincoln Continental. God. So I say, if you ever know any people with old cars, put it on your YouTube channel, okay? Any of you people in the chat, put it on YouTube. It's worth it. Even a 1978 Dodge Aspen, even put that on YouTube. Okay, Aspens aren't technically a collector's car, not technically, but at the same time, an older car is cool because they could show that they had a lot less options then than they do now, you know? If you have like even a slant six Plymouth Duster, put that on YouTube. Oh, those Dusters, man. I remember people used to go through fields with them, the bumpiest fields, and they just kept running. And they just beat the living daylights out of the slant six and 318s, and they just kept running. They're like indestructible. Yeah, those Dusters, you could go through the field. And plus, the Dusters, they used to use those on the drag strip. Sometimes they even put Hemis in the Duster. I mean, the Dusters never really came with Hemis because I think back then they wanted the Chargers and Challengers actually faster because the Duster was more for, they're trying to make it for the kid who, the young person or the middle-aged man who just likes to drive, it's like a fun car. But after a while, people were souping up those Dusters and the Darts too, but more the Dusters. Oh yeah, if you ever see a Plymouth Duster, put that on YouTube. That'd be cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't see too many people driving old cars. You do once in a while and stuff like that, yeah. Oh man, okay. Back to yeah. Oh, I tell you. I'm just having a good time tonight. Let's see. 11 votes, 9 males and 2 females. How cool. And one is the one from Greece. Yeah. And welcome back to the United States of America. Welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I just have a weird past life, but Fishman, I'm nice to innocent people. Innocent people are always my friends. I could have went to the life of crime if I wanted to, but I was talking to my older sister once. I said, what if I go into crime and go to prison? She said, well, I won't visit you then. I said, are you serious? She says, yeah, if you do something stupid and I'm not going to visit you. I mean it. And my other sister, twin sister, said the same thing. I said, okay, I'm staying out of trouble. And I did. Because I like seeing them. They're cool sisters. I don't want to do something stupid, so I just lived the good life. One of my sisters bought me that Grand Marquis. I'm grateful forever. 2003 Mercury Grand Marquis. Yeah, I have twin sisters. Yeah. Yep. That's the cool thing, having twins. They're very smart, but they're totally different. Different in looks, different in personalities. That's what's real cool about it. Well, there's identical twins. Sometimes they'll make a lot of money for a living just being identical twins. if I could find the right comedy venue, for example, like the Hager brothers from Hee Haw. They were making a lot of money doing comedy on Hee Haw, the Hager twins. Yeah. Oh, they'd be in demand in county fairs, and people all over the place would go there to see them, thousands. Yeah, I do, Reba. Oh, yeah, and by the way, this is all I got out of my 70 Buick LeSabre. I should have took out 4 of them, but after that dumb Dan Tollefson didn't fix my brakes right, he had me drive home, and I couldn't stop the car. He hit the back of a van, and I lost the car. And as far as Tollefson's concerned, he's no longer on Earth, and that's the way it is. What can I do, right? Well, it's another advice I like to give people too, is when you get your vehicles fixed, make sure you get a mechanic that told you what to do. At least go to mechanic school and get good grades. Okay. And if you go to the shops, for me, there's a lot of people don't like when I say that. And you know what? I don't give a flying, you know what? I take my car to Ford garages. That's where I take mine. People don't like it. I don't care. Who cares? You take your vehicle where you want to take yours. Okay, let's have an example. I boycott Nestle products. I don't like what Nestle does. But for example, if you want to buy Nestle's Toll House cookies or Nestle's Quick, that's your business. Go buy it. You buy what you want to buy, Yeah, that's true. So do I. I only trust the automobile technicians. Okay, look at the obituary. This will blow your mind in an obituary. Here's an obituary. Let's see, Steve Fisher, Fischer, New York Mills, Minnesota. Look at his obituary once. Yeah, that's where I'm going to go. Yeah, I go to Ford because they're a lot smarter than those independent garages I used to go to. They're a lot smarter. They don't brag how smart they are neither. They never brag. They just know what they're doing, and that's that. It's all up to the individuals where they want to take their vehicles, but be careful because there's a lot of garages still out there. They'll just half fix their vehicle. You can be stalled out in the dirt roads. Let's pretend like you're driving north of Hinsdale, Montana, and this one dirt road that's like over 100 miles to the next town. Remember, Montana is not very populated, by the way. I went on that road. It was like 100 and some miles to the next town. It was all dirt road, thick dirt too. I went 15 miles, turned around, and chickened out. Because what if I was out of gas and there's no gas station in that town? Because Montana, there's a lot of towns that don't even have a gas station. Yeah. Imagine that. I remember one time, oh God, I was like in Bismarck, North Dakota. I was like driving around up and down. Was it probably an empty gas from my Park Avenue? Because I wanted to see that protest, see what it was like. I was like running on empty gas. I thought, I was scared to death, man. And then I was going to bring all my stuff. I was going to donate it to the reservation people, but I never got around to it. When I left, it was just trippy. I was going by some cop and military. I thought, I hope they don't search my car. Yeah. And I drove by. They just waved. I thought, cool. I waved and left. I thought, but I had nothing illegal. But you see, under suspicion, if it's during like protest, law enforcement can search your vehicle, like when you're on the road. If you're like in some public event. In states like North Dakota, they can, if they want to. I guess they figured it out. I mean, I had no drugs on me, no alcohol, nothing like that. No. If they would have asked me, can I search your car? Yeah, sure. I'm going to take everything out. No drugs, no alcohol. I'll try not to make it too full there, officer, because I know if it's too full, you'll pull me over, because they will pull you over if you're blocking the back, where you can see out the back window, which is fine. I always make sure I can see out the back window. Always do. Yeah. You never take law enforcement for granted these days when you're driving around. Yeah. You just can't take it for granted. That's for sure. Yeah. I tell you. Oh, man. I just can't wait to do YouTube videos of towns again. I'm just kind of looking around in Google Maps, and in Google Maps, they don't show certain areas of downtowns. I'm going to try to go to those areas and hit them, just like I did with, what town was that I hit? It was north of New Ulm. Lafayette, Minnesota. Yep, Lafayette. Google does not like go to downtown, the Google Maps. Don't fully go downtown, so I do it. I'm just trying to look for towns kind of like that, in a way. And I'll do the standard towns too. I mean, it's dumb. It's dumb. Google Maps is better than me, but I don't care. It's just a hobby. It's just a hobby. That's all. Yeah, I'll do events as long as it isn't music that's a trademark. Because if YouTube sends me a notice, I will take it down immediately. Because YouTube are just very finicky. Yeah, that'd be an idea if I could. That'd be an idea if I could, but I just, when you go to small towns, you can't ask around when you're a stranger neither, because then they'll think, what's that guy up to? He's kind of a strange oddball. And then some of those small town people that are angry, that love to fight, they might punch me or something, some of those small town people are very angry with life. Sometimes they just like to get into fights. It's just weird about some small town people I used to know. They just love fighting. Yeah, crazy people. That's for sure. Very crazy people. Yeah, that's for sure. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy people. I suppose I could, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll catch people for interviews eventually. I will. I promise I will. I will do my best. Yeah, I'm going to have to get, I got my phone camera, so hopefully the picture will totally stay up instead of do that slanted, crooked shit like my other T-Mobile camera that I had, that one brand, the one before that. Yeah, that was the one my sister gave me. That one wasn't that good. The videos, they'd always move around. But this one I got here is better, So yeah, I'll interview some people. I'll work on it. Now, like I say, I'm going to try to interview Brian Warhol if I can. Can't guarantee anything on that one. He might just say no, and I'll have to accept it. And he's still cool to me, so yeah, that's true. Be a bear. Yep, that's one thing. If I was a predator, I'd be a bear, because bears can take lions in a fight. That's a proven fact, because the bear's paw, when it swipes a moose in the neck, it can kill the moose. And moose are big animals too. Moose are very big animals, and it'd take probably 3 lions or 4 to take the moose down, because moose are very tough animals. Yeah, they're not weak. I mean, they've attacked humans before, especially the mother when she has a calf with her. There's humans that try to pet a moose because the moose looks harmless. Moose will just jam their antlers on people and just stomp on them. They love stomping. That's their favorite thing, the moose. And the stomps put people in the hospital. punctured this and that. I bet there's people been in wheelchairs because of the moose. Yeah, moose can put people in wheelchairs, or worse, kill a human. Yeah, but there's people out there who are stupid. Oh yeah, like the time I was in Deer Town with my ex-girlfriend Wendy. This stupid lady, she was like pushing an adult buck deer with antlers. I thought to myself, if that buck deer attacks you, lady, that buck's gonna kill you. Because there's this one show that showed that this buck deer got mad at this hunter. He knocked the hunter on the ground. The hunter was trying to kick up as hard as he could. He looked like a tough guy, this hunter, you know. I had an ex-girlfriend named Wendy with an I years ago there, Dave. I don't date cats. Dave, you should quit drinking so much alcohol, okay? Cut down on it, pal. Cut down on your alcohol intake. Yeah, too much of that moon, or is it moonshine? I bet you go to the moonshiners. Have some that Texas moonshine. Now, Wendy was my ex-girlfriend, the two-legged human being who was very pretty. Let's see. I could try to find her on Mankato East High School in the class of '94, but it's going to kind of take a while to do that, you know. Because first I got to get in classmates and stuff like that. I wish I had a button where it says I'm already in, so then I can try to find your picture. She was by far the prettiest lady I ever had in my life. Very attractive. The two-legged Wendy, who was a human being, by the way. She'll tell you I once dated her. She wouldn't lie about it. Why should she? Why should she? But I dated the two-legged Wendy from Mankato for 3.5 years. But things happen. I ran out of money. What could I do? I ran out of money. I was in debt. But what could I do? Because Wendy had interest in other guys, that's fine. What could I do? I mean, what could I do? Nothing. I just enjoy life. That's what I do. Just enjoy it. Yeah. Let's see. You know what? I think anybody have something to say besides I'll see what you guys got to say. If it's something interesting, like yeah, well, just please stay off the moonshine there, Dave. You know, stay off the moonshine. Yeah, but let's see, what's that group again? Oh yeah, Dave listens to America songs. Was it Moonshine? Gonna go. Something like that. Yeah, a lot of stoners used to like America. The stoners I used to know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, when I was a younger man, you'd like some of those drinking songs, like one bourbon, one scotch, one beer. And when you go to those some of those dancing clubs of the women, they always play that song by Billy Squires, "Stroke Me," you know? Yeah. Because Billy Squire in real life, he was wild. You could tell. The songs was about wild stuff from the bad side of town. I'll find one eventually, Reba. I'll find one eventually. I'm just going to take my time. I just got to take my time. No rush. You know? No rush. We just got to know each other as friends at first. See what interests we have, you know. If this lady's looking for a rich guy, I'm sorry to disappoint her. I'm PAF, poor as F. So I'm poor as F. Oh well, it's always best to tell the truth. Because when I was with Wendy in the 90s, I was basically poor too. You know, we dated for 3 years. But after a while, I was going broke. You know, well, I don't know what I actually said, but yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, yeah, the "Stroke Me" song, yeah, by oh yeah, Billy Squire. Oh, Squire. Oh, a lot of people like Billy Squire. Yeah, the drunks and the druggies where I came from, they love Billy Squire. Yeah, he sang a lot of songs that were controversial and kind of rowdy. You know. Well, I remember years ago at this Mankato Civic Center, they get all these bands, they hardly drew anybody. They got Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers over. People are just waiting outside to go to their concert. Or is it Tom Petty alone? Well, either way, people will go outside and go in and see him. Either Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers or Tom Petty by himself. Because a lot of times Petty wanted to go by himself because he wanted extra money. He can hire session singers. Smart man, Tom Petty. Those other guys didn't break up because he'd go with them and sometimes do shows with them. Yeah, they'll never complain. No, those other band members. Because let's assume all the Heartbreakers said to Tom Petty, "You know something, Petty? We don't need you. We'll just go around in the independent scene and start playing." And you know what? Sometimes they just don't get past attendance of 1 to 200 people. It's just weird. Oh, gee. No, I wouldn't use that exactly as a pickup line. Yeah, Fishman, I'm going to speak for myself when it comes to ladies. Now I'm going to speak for myself. Rebo will listen. Me, I got to be careful to get to know people because for one thing, I'm a below average fighter. even if I fight dirty, a lot of guys could beat me. See, one thing, I'm 59 years old. I've lost a lot of physical ability. Yes, I have knowledge in fighting, but there's a lot of people out there that'll also fight dirty. You know, people in the farming community. Reba, I think you live in the farming community, right? Yeah, this is what my mother used to tell me because she used to live out in rural North Dakota and stuff, lived in small towns. She says, yeah, some of those people, she says, sometimes the city people come in and start trying to bully the town and take over. Sometimes our toughest guy in town will just beat the living daylights out of that guy and he'd run out of town screaming. Oh, yeah. Some of those. Oh, yeah. And if you talk to ladies the wrong way and that very tough guy wants to go fight, what if it's that very tough guy wants to fight? That'd be something. Gotta be careful. Gotta get to know. See, me, I gotta get to know the lady. Get to know her like real well. See what her interests are. Okay, if she's dating some guy, I'm cool with it. I don't care if he's some wimp that I could throw on the ground and step on his head. It don't matter. I'm not going to cheat. I'm not going to do something with her to cheat on the guy. Forget that. No, not in any ladies. That's not right. You know, not right at all. Oh, yes, I used to know guys. Oh, have mercy. That's how my character Tom Van McKeldin came up. Yeah, after two guys that are dead that were pieces of garbage. And I put them together, and I turned into a total idiot who only thinks of women as objects. You know, I just make a character that is a total idiot. And then when I hit the guy, he's always crying like a wuss. You know. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, one thing, Reba. I'm just glad for women's sports. I'm glad more women are participating in sports. Because where I used to come from in DuPont, in the Minneapolis area, if they would have came up with like women's tackle football and women's overhand pitching baseball, where I came from in DuPont, that would have been very popular. Oh, there would have been teams all over the place. I knew a lot of ladies that would have played baseball. Yeah, and football too. Yeah. Oh, Brainerd's a tough town. Oh yeah, Brainerd. I've heard Brainerd's got a lot of crime. You know, that's all those city yo-yos. You know, they go up to Brainerd and cause trouble. And the trouble is, there's a lot of misguided teenagers, like in Brainerd. You know, they'll go to these people from Minneapolis. Yeah, man, I'm from Minneapolis. Yeah, how you doing? Oh, it's rough, man. I don't like my mom and dad. And hey, man, you be my brother. How's your brother? My brother sucks, man. I hate. Hey, be my brother. All right. And then the dumb kids get in trouble with the big guys. Okay. And then are they going to testify for him or, yeah. That's why I just hope parents are always protecting their teenagers, all the time. Always pay attention to the teenagers. That's the key. That's the key. Yeah. Oh, there's one lady that wanted to date me a while back. I wouldn't like trust her. It was like her. This is like her. I think it was like her niece or something. She was like 15, 16 years old, totally disrespecting me and saying it in a tone. I just thought to myself, to her and that grandmother, you're lucky she didn't do that where I came from, Minneapolis. Oh no, they'll do what they want. Yeah, yeah, that happened to me before. Yeah, yeah, a lot of gangs. Yeah, there's a lot of gangs in Brainerd because these people from Minneapolis, they'll like come over, they'll find the most vulnerable youth. Say if they don't have a father or something, some kid. Yeah, man. Yeah, my dad, he's a drunk. Yeah, he left my mom when she was like 2, and then my mom was just going around and not ignoring me. And then my brother, he's dead. He died at 4 years old or something. Hey, be my father and brother, all right? Hey, they can make some serious bread. You know any weak people? Yeah, man, I know this weak person, that weak. They always go for the weakest people. Those criminals go for the weakest people every time. They don't go for anybody that fights back. You know, never. It helps if they get big dogs and stuff, yeah, and treat their dogs like they're their best friends. That'd be the key. Yeah, and make sure you train them where they don't take stuff from strangers too, like police officers do with their dogs. Oh yeah, one time when I was younger, I was with this guy who was like no friend named Dan Olenek. It was just weird as hell. Yeah, we were driving down. It was a Brooklyn Boulevard. The cops pulled him over. I got out of the car. I said, "Well, see you, Dan." I thought it was cool. Oh, I think Dan was speeding. Was it 3 miles over the speed limit? He was asked about alcohol, and this guy in a canine goes by, stops. I said to him, "Why is that dog barking so hard?" He said, "Oh, he really hates you. And if you're with him alone, I can't really comment, okay? I can't comment. I want to talk about something else, and I want you to, okay? I want to ask you a couple questions." Sure, officer. Please tell me. Where are you going, man? I'm just going home to lay down. Honest. Go ahead. You can follow me if you wish. He says, well, I'm going to kind of follow you. I'm going to kind of sneak around in corners on you. I said, fine. Be my guest. I said, and I did. I walked straight home, straight in. I saw his car go by, and I went to bed. And if he checked me 20 times, great. And I told him the truth. Yeah, there's too many idiots. They fight law enforcement, and law enforcement, they have a lot of things at their disposal. Yeah, I tell you. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you. I knew a lady years ago in Mankato named Kim, this Mankato cop. Yeah, I think I was working at the temp service. Yeah, at the time I do now, but even back then, it was just weird as heck. Yeah, he was like a driver and stuff, and she's like training for police officer school. She was working on it part-time, and then she was telling me, she said, yeah, she's like, I can't wait to work full-time. Stuff like that. She was really cool and stuff like that. And yeah, one time we were like picking up these heavy cylinder things. Kim was like going backwards. Kim was going backwards real hard on purpose, moving me around. That was funny. I didn't say anything though. I didn't say anything. I was kind of laughing a little bit, but she just loved to whip me around. I think she was just doing it on purpose, trying to get my reaction. I didn't react. But she was very strong. Oh, she was very strong. I'll put it this way. She could probably kick my hat off. Because I think she knew martial arts. She wouldn't talk about it, but I could tell she did. Very pretty lady, too. She's like 5'11". And just, yeah, we used to talk, and one time she's kind of, Octawave, I'm going to tell you something. I'd be a terrible police officer. I can't fight. I can't shoot a barn door from 10 feet. I'm a bad. Criminals out there are very tough. And these days with law enforcement, they're taking a lot of guys that like served in the military as military police. Yeah, a lot of the police officers, like in bigger cities, they're paying them a lot of money now in certain parts of the country. And they deserve it, yeah. Oh, yeah, if you can protect some rich suburb, they'll pay the best police officers a lot of money. Those police officers will do what they can to stop the crime. And then when you go under a judge, they're going to stick up with the rich people. Of course they will. Why not? Because rich people, that's the way it is. Every country. What can you do? Yeah. Yeah, it's just, yeah. As I say about the teenagers, though, is don't put them down. My father used to put me down constantly until I started saying that he was right. It irritated him, but I forgive my father, though. He was a weak coward. Okay, he reminded me of a character. Oh, okay. Even on my YouTube videos, what it's called, vintage videos and others I'm not in. The ones that I'm not in, my dad and late uncle, they're pretty strange. My dad and uncle were sitting in the front seat. My mother and my brother were sitting in the back. Shouldn't the husband and wife sit in the front seat? If I was driving a vehicle, my girl or wife would always be by me. Always. If they don't like it, they sit in the back seat. They could. Now, the only thing is now with my car now, it has a trunk escape hatch. So they can escape out of the trunk. Yeah, you can't put criminals in the trunk because they have that escape hatch. And if they don't have an escape hatch, and if some criminals are roaming around, and say if those big major auto dealerships were hearing about it, they go tell the cops, hey man, I heard about some car. It doesn't like having an escape hatch in the trunk. Say like they're troublemakers. Cops will just watch them a lot more. If the idiots are up to mischief, in prison. Yeah, but I like that. Actually, it was the Park Avenue though. Yeah, a lot less room though. Park Avenue, you couldn't put hardly anything in that trunk. But the Grand Marquis, boy, you could put tons of stuff in the trunk. Oh, I just love that Grand Marquis. It's and get this, the particular Grand Marquis that I drive, that is the slowest car in the Ford assembly line. And the Grand Marquis has like 226 horsepower. Just think in the late 70s, I can blow away almost every vehicle with that car now. It's just weird. I can blow away almost every car. Yeah, because I did a video was talk about my car. I was kind of showing the people when you kind of step on it, and they kind of moved. I didn't have it to the floor. No need to put it on the floor. If you put it on the floor, you'll really blast off. But that was the slowest one because the Ford usually had more horsepower. Yeah. And one time when I was looking at the same dealership where his sister bought my car, there's like a 2003 Marauder. It was like the same miles as the what my sister got for me. Okay. It was like 51 to 54,000 actual miles. And the Marauder like had a shifter on the floors like a convertible. And how much they wanted for that? $18,500. Oh wow! I wish I would have had that money in a rich man. I think I'd buy it. I like convertibles. I can't help it. They look so cool. Yeah, my ex-girlfriend's mom had that. Was it a '94 Ford Mustang GT? Boy, that car could cook. Yeah, one time, ex-girlfriend, she was kind of so upset she wanted me to drive the car. I said, okay. That car was a '94, had like 280 horsepower. It'd blow my car off the road. I was driving that, you barely touch it. You go up those hills in Mankato real easy. That car was so fast, it made my '89 Cougar look like it's like comparing my '89 Cougar to a Dodge K car. And a Plymouth Reliant K in speed. Yeah, just about. Yeah, the Dodge Aries and Plymouth Reliant K, they were so slow it wasn't funny. might as well sit on a turtle. That's how slow those vehicles were. You might as well sit on a turtle. Yeah. Yeah. Besides the cars I've missed the most I had, besides the '70 LeSabre, the one with my hubcap, yeah, I missed the 1986 Pontiac Grand Prix because I could put the top down. Actually looked pretty cool. And one time it was just weird. I dare tell you, I almost got carjacked out in Humboldt by the Crystal Lake Cemetery. This was weird. There's a car in front, right? It was kind of stopped. Here's my car. And there's 4 guys in the Caprice behind me, but this car was stopped on a green light. It was bizarre. I barely got my car through. I started to take off. Those guys in the Caprice, the 4 guys in the Caprice in '86, they were looking for me. I outrun those jokers easy. I outran those jokers. Yeah, they were. The guys behind me were like in a Caprice. It must have been a V6 engine. It had to be because I outrun that car easy. Because I had an '86 Caprice with a V6 engine. They're slow. They're slow. God. And in the police package, it was kind of fast. It was kind of fast. It wasn't like the Crown Vics. Those Crown Vics are very fast and. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some of those taxi cabs actually Octawave, those old '50s ones, they're worth some money. God, if I was a car collector, I think I'd buy an old taxi cab. That'd be fun. Yeah, it's a collector's car, an old taxi cab. Those big bubble things, they had like a lot of room. They looked funny. They had these big cylinder things. I mean, I don't think those cabs even had a radio. But but cab drivers didn't care. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nowadays, for cabs, they have bulletproof windows now for them because they have to. And they have to put the change through a little slot. And if they get out, they'll just like call the cops and stuff. And I think they've. I don't know. I don't know if they can make the doors automatically lock in the cabs or something. I think they probably can, so they can't get out or something. And trying to shoot at bulletproof glass, that'd be funny. Then if you shoot out the sides, everybody can hear, and if it's in the wrong neighborhood, people will call, oh my gosh, taxi cab. Instant caught. Yeah, instant caught. Has to hear those sirens. Too much. I stay out of trouble. Not to worry about sirens anymore. I thought, Killdozer guy? No. No, I never heard of him. No. No, but mainly I'm just taking my time on everything, I'm taking it one step at a time on everything. That's what I do. This is just my hobby, And as far as making money on YouTube, oh, it's pet slug? Cool. Yeah, that's all right. I've known people that had pet rats. I knew this family, the Jacobs. They had a pet raccoon. Raccoon? Anybody has a pet raccoon, it's nuts. Oh, that one. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't want to know him. Yeah, he was probably one of those ex-military people that like flipped out, maybe he was like in combat or something, and something freaked him out, and I don't know, for some reason, I don't know if he couldn't get help or didn't want to get help. I mean, I haven't read anything, so I can't, but yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing, is all those crazy people. It's scary. And sometimes one never knows. The person could seem look at that guy named Ted Bundy, for example. He seemed so normal that Ann Rule was his personal friend for over a year, and they even went to dinner together as friends. They went to dinner together. Ann Rule, the famous author of many books. Yeah. Ted Bundy, he acted like a regular guy, dressed up really nice, well educated, but behind the scenes, he lost his marbles, really. People are strange. Yeah. People are strange. There's nothing we can do. Humans are strange. Nothing we can do. I trust animals more than humans, because at least animals, you know what they'll do. Humans, that's a different breed. Well, I'm going to go now, so I thank everybody for stopping by, and see you later.